Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend early. I am your host, TomDog247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Woo, baby, alright. So, we have a pretty interesting show here lined up here tonight, and we have tons to talk about. And before we do that, quick apology, real quick. Last week I put in the description about Marvel. I forgot to address that topic real quickly before we do the shout outs and everything. I actually forgot to do that to talk about it. Marvel is setting up a gaming stepping into the gaming industry. Yes, they're making their own gaming studio. They're also going to be making their own gaming studios, so that's going to be pretty interesting. So we're going to see a Marvel gaming universe as well too. So I think that's pretty cool. With the success of Spider-Man, I don't see why they wouldn't do that. I don't see why. It looks really awesome. So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about that last week, but I completely forgot. So I do apologize for that, and I'm actually looking forward to it, to whatever they have going on. So yeah, yes sir. And so yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun here. We're gonna have a lot of fun here today, and everything. And before we get things started, let's do the shout outs and everything, and all that good shit that we always do each and every week. Big shout out to my good friend Josh over on Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. You can check his podcast out on iTunes, the Podbean app. You can actually download the Podbean app, and you can check out absolutetalk.podbean.com, where you can download, where you can check it out there, or you can check it out on various links to ensure that you'll be able to get the full quality audio of my good buddy Josh. How you doing? I know you're going to be watching and everything, so big shout out to you. Big shout out to everybody over on Gamer Geeks and Gaming Pros and otherwise. Big shout out to them. We always have a lot of fun on there, so check them out on Facebook. If you haven't, check it out. You'd be glad you did. And also, Tom Dog sent you. That's something on the tooth. There we go. Piece of lettuce. Big shout out to my good friend Jen. Why? Because it's just Jen. How you doing? Hope you're checking out the festivities and everything like that. So, how you doing? And of course, big shout out to my good friends David and Marissa. How you guys doing? Glad you're tuning in tonight. And of course, the plugs. We all know I don't need them. Loot Crate. If you have not yet subscribed to Loot Crate, you're going to miss out on some awesome stuff. January's crate. There we go. January's crate is Binge. Don't want to miss out on that. They got some really cool. There's going to be some really cool stuff in there, and I'm looking forward to doing an unboxing for you guys once I get the box and everything. So once that comes in, I will let you know. Also, big shout out to, what is it, Culture Fly, is it? That's Culture Fly. Culture Fly. How can I? Culture Fly. Yes, I know. Yes. Culture Fly. They got some subscription boxes there too. You don't want to miss out on those. It's really awesome. As I said, I'm going to be once I check out their boxes and everything. Maybe I'll do another unboxing this year, kind of like what I did with the Super Mario box that I did last year. So that was a lot. That will be a lot of fun. And of course, Funko. If you have not yet subscribed to their subscription boxes, you're also missing on some awesome stuff too. You got Disney Treasures. You have Marvel Collector Core. You have, what else do we have? What else do they have there? They have the DC Legion of Collectors. That's a really cool one. And my personal favorite, the Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty. You don't want to miss out on those. They have some really cool stuff. So check it out, Funko.com. And this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. You trade in your old video games and consoles, from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as your wrestling collectibles and autographed items, spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. If you happen to be here in the Connecticut area and you want to check out these wonderful stores that that they have here in the Connecticut area, you can check them out on their website, as well as the list of events that they have going on there. Don't want to miss out on there. They're a lot of fun, and you can check them out, all that and more, on their website at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. And of course, this episode is brought to you by the She Bean Brewing Company here in Connecticut, which serves as a reminder that you don't want to miss out, that you should support your local brewery. And if you also want to check out any other brewing companies, especially here in my neck of the woods, you could check out the She Bean Brewing Company here at shebeanbrewing.com. You can also follow them on the social apps, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or you can download the Untapped app today and put She Bean Brewing Company in the search engine. Definitely don't want to miss out on that. They got some new beer coming out too. I'm gonna check that out, and maybe I'll try to plug it for next week's show. But I don't know. But can't make any promises. Well, the tax season is just about heading our way, and if you get when you get your tax returns, hopefully, you might want to take advantage on going to taking you and your family to East Coast Comic Con at the Meadowlands, New Jersey, on May 17th through the 19th of this year. You don't want to miss out on that. They got some really cool stuff going on. They got comic book artists, celebrity guests, panels, and everything. It's a lot of fun. I always see a lot of video clips from there, and they really do really cool stuff. So that's the East Coast Comic Con from May 17th, 18th, and 19th at the Meadowlands in New Jersey, at the Meadowlands Expo Center in New Jersey. And for more information, for ticket information, you can check them out at eastcoastconusa.com. So, I actually had met the guy at East Coast Comic Con at last year's Terrificon. It was actually really cool. He's a really cool guy, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that. If you tell him, stop in and say, stop by and say hello. He has, not only is he going to be around and everything like that, but he has his own he's going to have his own booth and everything like that because he has some comics and everything like that. So that's really really cool. So you don't want to miss out on that. So, but again, I forgot the guy's name, but he really is a really cool guy. So yeah, I already did the quick apology, so I don't need to do it again. And if I did forget it, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Yeah, I forgot to clean off my thing over there. So I mean, you really can't see it, but still, it's a mess. Anyways, so yeah, today is day 19 of Trump crying like a, his day 19 of Trump's temper tantrum. I want a wall. I want a wall. I want a wall. Why isn't the fake news media giving me my wall? I want a wall. I mean, I'm telling you, this shutdown is ridiculous. It really is. It's stupid. I mean, it really is stupid. And I it's not just Trump's fault. It's everybody's fault. I know that they're trying to work on a compromise and everything, and Donald Trump is making it difficult for them. I know, and I'm going to be saying his name constantly throughout this argument. And it's just like, it's really, really pathetic that, a lot of people's jobs are at stake here. They're pretty much laid off during the shutdown. And it's like, well, it's just a shutdown. No, it's not. It's a layoff. It's a temporary layoff. And when they get their checks on Friday, they're not going to, are they going to get paid on Friday, or are they not going to get paid on Friday? That's the big question right there. And if, with this government shutdown, you're going to have thousands of workers without a pot to piss in. And they need that, they need that money. They need that money. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen to them? They need to be well taken care of. And it's like, meanwhile, Trump is like, I want that wall. That's what he's doing. He's like, instead he's like, here's some candy. Have some candy. Look it. We got some candy here. Look, here you go. Enjoy the candy. Candy doesn't solve problems, folks. Now I made a mess. Got candy all over the place. Just making a mess. I know I should have just dropped it on the table here, but like I always do, I don't think. I'll grab the other two later. He's like, no. It's like, have some candy. I mean, really. I was like, who gives candy out? I mean, when Ronald Reagan, God bless him, he had the, he was obsessed with jelly beans and everything like that. And he's like, here, have some jelly beans. But he never gave them out in any meetings or anything like that. Come on. It's ridiculous. And if there were candy passed out, what were they? Come on, bastard. There we go. Yeah, I'm grabbing them with my foot. Don't worry, my feet are clean. Have some candy! King Candy, everybody, from Wreck-It Ralph. That's my nickname whenever I throw up at parties. I'm gonna rock it! I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. But seriously, folks. I mean, come on. I mean, everybody needs to grow the fuck up and get back to work. It really needs to happen. But we can't because, we can't because Donnie doesn't want it until the wall is up. But it's not going to happen until you open up the government so we can sit down like civilized people, Don. But I want my wall. That's what he's doing. I want my wall. That's what he's doing. Look, if you want the wall that bad, if you want the wall so badly, go download some Pink Floyd songs on iTunes right now. Go on, have a blast, and then there you go. There's your wall. I actually posted that on a tweet. I actually replied to him. I was like, I have a tendency to do that from time to time. He's public enemy number one on my hit list, or should I say hit list. I was going to do a compare. I actually was going to do a comparison with comparing Donald Trump to Lex Luthor in the Superman universe, but I didn't come up with enough. I didn't really do any research in order to prove this theory. So I'll give that to you, Matt Pat, if you're watching. Perfect pitch idea for film theory. So love your stuff, man. Very awesome. Shout out to Matt Pat and Film Theory, the gaming theorists. So, oh my god. But it is what it is, and I'm not going to talk about it any further. Another thing I'm not going to really talk about any further is the R. Kelly issue that's going on. They got this miniseries, this miniseries documentary going on with his surviving R. Kelly. I have not seen it, so I can't really comment on. I can't really react to what I think about it. I mean, there are some things that I do know is that the fact that he pissed on an underage teenager, on an underage girl, in one of his videos, and he thought it was and he claims that it was that she was of age and everything like that. We don't know about if there was, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Diana Ross's niece, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. All I do know is that the guardian of the young girl at the time was pissed off, but then again, we don't know the that's the only story that I know. And I think I think R. Kelly was acquitted of that, if I'm not mistaken. I do not know. But as far as any other allegations, I can't really comment. So you can't get mad at me if I don't have the, if I don't have the material, not material, but the some stuff going on, that's been going on. And of course, a lot of music celebrities are back, are apologizing and taking down their songs that they did with R. Kelly. For example, with Phoenix. The Phoenix actually chimed in earlier, saying that they regret they regret doing a song with R. Kelly, and Lady Gaga even pretty much said the same thing, and she's like infuriated, and she took down the song off of she asked for the song to be taken down from radio stations and Spotify. So it's a very tough issue. But again, I can't really chime in because I didn't see the documentary, so I can't really comment on it. So I mean, I can comment from you know from other reactions, but again, I can't really comment. So when I see this documentary, when I finally get around to see this documentary, I'll probably I'll try to chime in about it sometime next week. If not, then when I get around to watching it. So I do apologize for that. But as far as that, is like, you know, I don't know. I mean, R. Kelly does do some good songs and everything, but you know, behind the scenes, we don't know what he does. And there's actually an album that he just cut an album just recently and was confessing about, like his, him opening up about in the song, he was opening up about his dark past. So, and apparently that's not all the things that. Apparently he wasn't the only one that was trapped in the closet. Apparently some skeletons were in there too. So, so I got skeletons in the closet. That's when I get scared, and then I pull out my gun. And hey, we got South Park in the background, so it's only fitting we do that. So, Tom Dog's acting crazy. Making fun of me on my account. That's when I get pissed, and then I pull out my gun. Tom Dog, you better stop that shit, because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Tom Dog said, yes, he does. I'm getting ratings. Controversy creates cash. Oh my god. I'm throwing my voice all over the place, and some of them are curveballs. Tom Dog, that was a dumb joke. What the fuck? That was too cheap. That was the cheapest joke you ever did. Yeah, well, if YouTube paid me, I would have done more. That joke would have been a lot better. Come on. Monetize Tom Dog. Tom Dog's getting pissed. Then he puts on a shirt. Says Primal Rage. I can't even drink my drink. I'm telling you, 2019. This is a whole new year of tomfoolery. But it's worth it. Don't worry, I'm not playing any music. If anybody thinks I'm playing any music, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Shout out to En Vogue, my favorite R&B group. Yep, my favorite musical, my favorite group. I don't care. En Vogue is the shit. En Vogue rocks. They should come back, man. Come on. Let's bring them back. We haven't seen En Vogue in like so long. Not too long ago, they showed off Salt and Peppa, and Peppa got old looking. Spinderella still looks good though. But I'm dying to find out what En Vogue looks like now. I mean, come on. Just come back for one more. They should come back and do the Super Bowl. Just let's come back. I mean, we haven't seen him in over 20 years. We might as well. I mean, come on. Come on, En Vogue. We need En Vogue to headline the Super Bowl. Come on. Super Bowl halftime. Come on, bring out some Free Your Mind, and come on, that would be so awesome, right? That would be so awesome. I'm just saying. I'm gonna make a petition and be like start a trend on Twitter. Hashtag I miss you, En Vogue. Actually, that sounds a little bit creepy. It's like, who is this guy? It's like, he's creepy. But he loves our music, so might as well. Well, Epic Games is back in the news again. Only for all the right reasons. For all good reasons, actually. That whole thing with the copyright dancing and everything like that is pretty much thrown out the window, because you can't copyright it. You can't, you can copy, you can patent it, but make it your own. But it's virtually impossible to copyright a dance. I mean, you can. I mean, Michael Jackson did it with the moonwalk, and you could copyright the choreography too. And I think Chuck Berry did a long time ago with the twist, but then again, I could be wrong. I mean, but then again, have you really seen anybody recreate the twist and make it an emote on Fortnite? No. Unless I do it and Epic Games happen to see that. Men are not giving them any ideas. I mean, like, hey, Tom Dog knows how to do the twist. Let's keep an eye on him. We'll give him some Fortnite bucks. Kidding. I don't even know if they do that, but they do. They do monetize. They do have their thing there. I mean, come on. They're really cool. Oh my god. So yeah, Epic Games is in the news again, and luckily it's all good news, because it's they're doing a digital media streaming gaming site where it's like Steam. You can download games and play them on your PC, and one of the games that has been announced for that is Ubisoft's The Division 2. So that is actually really, really cool. So that game's, I guess that game is coming out sometime this year, but we're going to find out more about it at this year's E3. So a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, but it is what it is. So I'm actually looking forward to commenting on that once E3 rolls around. So I guess that's a step in the right direction. However, it's not looking good for Steam, because Steam is not going to be picking. Ubisoft is not going to be has elected not to to put that on Steam's website. So you won't be able to get it on Steam, but you'll be able to get it at the Epic Games shop. So you'll be able to get it on there. Once that game comes out, and there's going to be some other titles coming in too, which I think that's going to be pretty cool. I think they're going to be tackling a lot of I can see a lot of indie titles going towards Epic Games, but it does look like a very good competition. From what I've been hearing, it's been looking like very good competition with Steam. It's actually going to be very interesting to see what game titles are going to go to either Steam or the Epic Game Shop, or both. So we're actually going to be looking forward to that, and I'm actually looking forward to relaying that message as soon as we know when the Epic Games Shop is going to come about. So it's actually going to be pretty cool. And then we got some parting of the ways, so to speak, between two gaming developers. Bungie announced that they are parting ways with Activision. In light of the recent backlash that's been going on in terms of Destiny 2 and everything, and how that game was handled by Activision with the microtransactions and everything like that. That the fact that the game the game is good. Don't get me wrong. Destiny 2 is actually very good. And however, they pulled their contract after, I believe it was supposed to be a 4-game. From what I understand, there was going to be a 4-game deal with Activision. So Bungie just pulled out, and they are venturing by their own. They're being their own independent company. So that is great, and I'm actually glad. Excuse me, that Bungie. I mean, that was a mistake from the beginning. That Bungie. I mean, if they wanted to work on another game, another IP instead of Halo at the time, I mean, that would have been fine. But not coexistent, having to coexist with another brand. I never said this on here, but when I was on, doing my shows and everything, in the cable access days, I did say that it was a, pretty much of a bad idea, and a lot of people said that too. But I am glad that they are pulling out from it and everything. So that is really good for them, and they actually hinted on another Destiny game. So we're going to see where that leads to, in terms of how they're going to handle their loot boxes and in the microtransactions and everything like that, or if they're actually going to go with that route. So again, we don't know until maybe we'll find out something more at E3. So it actually is pretty interesting and everything, and and I'm actually looking forward to seeing the Destiny 2 update, because then I can go back and play it without having Activision say something. So, because I want to go back, I want to play, I wanted to play Destiny. I only did one Destiny live stream a long time, back when the first Destiny game came out, and I did a live stream on that one, and it got some pretty good reviews and everything like that. So it was actually pretty good. But yeah, I haven't really played Destiny 2 on a live stream, so maybe now I could probably do that. So who knows? Maybe probably I should have did a Destiny on the Destiny 2 backdrop. So I think that would have been a lot funnier. Would have been a bit of an irony because of the fact that I did that. But hey, we got Ubisoft. We got a Ubisoft game in here, so we might as well. So hey, you win some and you lose some. Never did that voice before. That's actually pretty cool. I actually kind of like that. Maybe I'll do that in a commentary. You win some and you lose some. That could be a good. say that to a professional ball player in Super Bowl, Super Bowl Sunday. They were like, there he is, there he goes, and oh, he missed it. Oh, oh, too bad. You win some and you lose some. I don't know. Everybody says I'm better to be heard than seen anyway, so might as well give it a shot. But I got another pitch idea, and because and this goes to the Oscars. I know pretty much we're running into this episode really, really quick. I thought this was going to be a long episode, but there's only one thing that's long here, and I would get banned if I did. Anyways, so everybody knows the whole issue with Kevin Hart by now. He announced the other day that he is stepping down. He is no longer in talks of. He does not want to host the Oscars now. He does not. He wants to move away from this because he's still getting backlash. For comments that he said on Twitter, and which infuriated the LGBTQ. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, the LGBTQ community, and even though he has apologized several times, like numerous times, in interviews and his podcast on Sirius, he's doing what he's doing, and he's had enough, and he's done all his apologies, and he seems sincere and everything, but they're still backlashing because of that. And also Ellen DeGeneres also defending Kevin Hart about this, because she had him on it as a guest on her show, and she really wants him. At the time, she really wanted him to host the Oscars, and the LGBT community also got upset with her because she's Ellen DeGeneres, she's a lesbian, and she's getting a lot of backlash on that, because the community feels like she's betraying her sexuality, and that's not the case. I mean, I saw that. It was a pretty good interview, and but Kevin Hart was the bigger man to apologize, and is like, what more does he needs to do in order to gain their trust and everything. So I mean, we don't know, and of course Don Lemon from CNN also chimed in and everything, and he's going to talk more about it on The View on Friday. And he, it's sad. I mean, this was Kevin Hart's dream to host the Oscars, and he's always wanted to do that since he became very famous and everything. And it really is sad, and it just goes to show you have to be careful what you say on social media, because it can backfire on you. Whether you slip and say a racial slur that you didn't mean to say, or bash the you know, offend the LGBT community, it doesn't matter. It's like, regardless of the outcome, you have to be careful what you say, because it can literally backfire. And I was like, I know that, I talk shit about Donald Trump on, even on Twitter. I call him an asshole a few times, and directly, not direct, not via direct message, but through tweets, saying, responding to his tweets and say, fuck you and everything like that. And I have said that, I have. And I'm not gonna lie and everything, I'm not gonna deny that I said that. And it's like, because I have the balls to say that, because I don't like him. I never did like Donald Trump. I never did. He just sounds like a pompous, arrogant asshole, and he's bullying everybody around, and he's not making any sense. And he's, in this wall is a prime example of how he's acting as president. And I just don't like anybody abusing their power when they're supposed to be running the country. And that's all I gotta say. And like, you can say whatever you want, I don't give a shit, but that's just how I feel. It's like, I just feel that he's not a convincing president. He would convince me if he was acting presidential, but he's really not. He's already referred to Chuck Schumer as Crybaby Chuck. So, I mean, on camera. So, and not just on tweets, but on camera. And I'm just surprised that he didn't call Nancy Pelosi negative Nancy. I mean, that's something I would have said, but but then again, I don't have nothing bad to say about Nancy Pelosi. So. And I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for that, and saying, you're not going to say nothing bad about Nancy Pelosi because you're a Democrat. I was like, you're a liberal. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just pointing out the thing. I don't like, to be honest with you, I don't like any of the parties. I don't like Democrats, and I don't like Republicans. I vote for whoever convinces me that they're going to do good. And it's like, if they do good, then, if they do good, then they get my vote. If they're very convincing. And that's why President Obama is a perfect example of why I voted for him in the first place. And it has nothing to, is because of the fact that I did one key thing. There's one key thing that I did during the presidential elections when Obama was running for not, for his first time, and then for his second time. There's two things, there's one key element that I did that made me vote for him. It had nothing to do about the color of his skin. It had nothing to do about his beliefs or anything like that. There was one key thing that made me vote for him. It's because I listened. When I listened, I said, here's a guy that I've that got my vote. And yeah, I also did listen to John McCain at that time. I did. But Obama was also making me listen, and it was really a tough decision. It really was a tough decision, because both candidates at that time was really neck and neck with me. And I was really undecisive for the first time in my voting, because I voted for for two other presidents at the time, when I was old enough to. And because on my 18th birthday I voted for President Clinton when he went for his second term. And then I just voted for for 2000 and 2004, and I wasn't lucky at that time, you know, because we all know who won. It was George W. But going back there, you know, it was it was a really tough decision on who I was going to vote for in 2008, and it was really, really tough. And I gotta say, it was pretty crucial. And you know, in 2012, it was pretty much also the same, you know, the same deal. But at the same time, I kind of went toward, you know, I went more towards Obama because of the fact I saw what he did with the first 4 years, and everything that he had planned for the next 4 years if he won, which he did, and you know, that's what made me get my vote. Then comes 3 years ago, 2016, and I go, you know, and I look at Donald Trump and I look at Hillary Clinton, and again I listened, and Donald Trump didn't get my vote because of the fact that he was being hurtful. You know, he was playing these dirty politics and attacking, like literally attacking, whether it was true or not. He was literally like verbally assaulting Hillary Clinton, and I felt really bad. But I didn't really want to vote for Hillary Clinton at that time. I didn't really want to vote for her. Okay, I wanted to vote for Bernie Sanders. He seemed like the perfect candidate, but ego got in the way and Hillary Clinton won. I was like, shit. I mean, I probably just could have thrown that vote away and went independent, because you know, I listened more to what Bernie Sanders had to say, and he was winning the primaries at that time. He really was, and he would have gotten my vote, but originally I did not want to vote for Hillary Clinton, and it had nothing to do with the fact that she's a female. It had nothing to do about it. So anybody who thinks that I'm that I'm being sexist or anything, no, it had nothing to do with that, because of the fact that, again, key word, listening. I have two ears here. You know, I have a set of ears here. You know, two perfectly good ears. You know, we dogs, we listen. You know, I mean, come on, we dogs have pretty damn good hearing. We may be colorblind, but actually, no, I'm not colorblind, but still. It's like, that's one thing that this dog isn't, and that's colorblind. You know, that's right, because I love everybody equally. But you know, I know I listened to Trump, and I just didn't like I didn't like what he was doing and everything. And that's what made me, you know, do my rant videos, is because of the fact that, you know, I mean, here's a guy that's like legitimately acting like a bully, and I just felt like the bully won, you know. And then Hillary Clinton with her ego and everything. Oh, I won the popular vote. You know, it's like, I won the popular vote. What the fuck is it? A popularity contest? All right, good for you. Bravo, you won the popularity vote. That means, you know, that means you can go president the popular people, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, but still, like, I didn't want to vote. Like I said, I didn't really want to vote for her in the first place. But she beat Bernie Sanders in the primaries, and I was like, fuck, I just don't want Donald Trump in there. And if I knew if I voted for independent, I would be throwing a vote away, because, you know, there wasn't really anything going on, and I know that independents get the short end of the stick, and they don't get a goddamn win anyways. You know, and they don't get fairly decent numbers anyways. Even when Ralph Nader was running, you know, I mean, come on, it's just like, it's like it's ridiculous, But it it is what it is, and I don't know. I really don't know. And but I was like, what, screw it. And I just threw my name. I just filled in the bubble under Hillary Clinton, and called it a night. And the rest is history, I guess. Donald Trump, 45. Yay me! Goldschlager for everybody. But I mean, really, and it's like it, you know, and I say the things I say, and but I know sometimes I got to be careful what I say. I mean, I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna say, oh, I wish death upon you. I mean, really, just look what happened to Kathy Griffin. I mean, come on, with the decapitated head and everything like that. I mean, she got shafted, um, because of that stuff. And if I said and did stuff like that, in relation to Donald Trump, it would happen to me too. It's like I probably wouldn't be doing a show on YouTube. I probably wouldn't be doing a show on cable access or anything like that. Or I would get fired from my job and everything like that, all because of the fact that a tweet got surfaced from what I said. And you know, but I can call him an asshole. That doesn't stop me from calling him an asshole and tell him to go fuck himself, because that's what he should do. He should go fuck himself. And I'm sorry, but that's what he should do. It's like he's hurtful to the wrong. He's hurtful to everybody. We're supposed to be. We're called the United States of America for a reason. We're supposed to be uniting everybody, not just one demographic. We're supposed to be uniting all demographics. That's why it's called United States of America. Land of opportunity. And apparently, he's like, oh, we only want to keep some, the bad people out. But no, he wants to throw away all Mexicans. He wants to, like, he doesn't want any Mexican coming through our borders, and that's what he wants. That's what he wants. He's, it's like he never did say that. Yeah, he did. It was like because I can go back from his announcement from running for president. He's like, they're bringing crime, drugs, and being rapists and everything like that. I'm like, really, Don? You don't say that. And it's like, and I still say that he bought his way into the White House. I'm just saying. You can say fake news all you want. Is like the fact is like it seems kind of fishy why a lot of people in his administration are being questioned to this day. Is being questioned to this day about 2016. I'm just saying. You can call me, and already a couple of them are already heading. Already a couple of them are heading to jail right now. So, what does that tell you? You can say, it's like, oh, you need a fact check and everything else. Like, okay, I'll be more than happy to fact check. I'm just saying. And now he's denying that he said that, oh, Mexico is going to pay for it, when he actually, it's on his website right now. It's on one of the on his website that, yeah, he did. And no, he wants them to pay that, and he's denying that. And it's like, it's there on your website. I mean, really. But I don't know. But anyways, just moral of the story is, just be careful what you say on social, what you say and do on social media, because it can backfire. I'm just saying. And I know I'm walking proof of that, but I'm not getting into that right now. Anywho. But anyway, it is what it is and everything. And you just got to be careful what you say on Twitter and everything like that, because it can backfire. You know, if you say wishing if you're gonna say something stupid that involves being saying something racist or to threaten somebody's life, I mean, yeah, it's going to backfire on you. I'm just saying. So, and but anyways, so in light of all this fiasco with Kevin Hart and everything, I wish him nothing but the best for him and everything, and hopefully one day he can host the Oscars. But if now's not the time, now's not the time. So, I mean, I'm sure that he is upset because of the fact that his dream of hosting the Oscars for right now has been shattered. So, I mean, but it is what it is. But anyways, so in light of all this, for the first time in 30 years, the Oscars will not be having a host, and I really don't want that to happen. Even though it is going to happen. I really want to see. A host. Somebody host the Oscars. I mean, we have Billy Crystal's still alive. Steve Martin's still alive. He can host it. He can do one with Alec Baldwin. He can show up. He's Alec Baldwin would be perfect to hosting the Oscars and everything. But or hell, bring out Ricky Gervais. I mean, come on, let's bring out somebody. Or hell, Ellen DeGeneres once hosted the Oscars. Why don't you get her to host it? I'm just saying. But here's who I think, and I got to thinking, who really could host the Oscars and do a damn good job of it? And I came down with 5 names. 5 names. So, and why only 5 is, like I said earlier, YouTube hasn't paid me. So come on, Susie, pay me. Come on. Come on. I'm funny. Come on. It's 2019. I thought you would be nice to me. I thought you would be nice to me around the Christmas time and get me a monetization for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is my channel to get monetized. My channel to get monetized. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, I'm starting Christmas early, if you haven't noticed. But here we go. But no, seriously, this is my top 5 Oscar hosting prediction. Top 5 people who I think should host the Oscars. And this list is actually pretty good. It was a very, very hard pick to pick from especially at number 1. Number 1 is actually was really tough because there's like a lot of great people that can easily host the Oscars. And I think they would, these 5 would actually do a good job. Starting with at number 5, Jack Black. I mean, he's got a YouTube channel out. I mean, if you haven't subscribed to it, it's definitely worth checking out. It's what is it? Schmiegel or whatever? No, it's not. Jablinski. There we go. So yeah, definitely subscribe to his channel is actually pretty cool. If you have, yeah, his intro, his teaser, his trailer for Jablinski, reached over 1 million views. So was that, and he also receive got a, he's got like a already made some pretty good numbers, and he's already at I think he's already at like over 2 million subscribers right now. I have to take a look, but yeah, he got his own YouTube channel, so check him out. It's actually pretty cool, and I like Jack Black. He's really cool, and I think he would do a good job hosting. I mean, hell, it can even it can actually probably get more subscribers to his YouTube channel. Just saying, Jack. Come on. I'm not gonna throw it or anything like that. Throw the cards like I always do. So not this week, because we're being classy with the top 5 this week. Yes, we're nothing but styling here. Styling. Got some nice liquid refreshment here. Being fancy. Pinky up and everything. So anyways, coming in at number 4, my fourth person who would make a perfect host to host the Oscars, Jason Momoa. Aquaman. Aquaman. I think he would do a great job. I mean, the only thing is that if Jason Momoa does host the Oscars, he has to do it without a shirt on. I'm just saying. You ladies out there like that, right, Marissa? Oh, yes. Number 3, The Rock. Come on. How can you not have Dwayne Johnson host the Oscars? Come on. I mean, he's done the People's Choice Awards, which originally he thought it was about him. And now after saying that dumb joke, he's gonna rock bottom knee after. Watch this. What'd you say, jabroni? I'm sorry, Rock, what I said. It doesn't matter what you said. The fact is that you said it. And now The Rock's going to do something with this microphone. Your special blue snowball microphone. Shine it up real nice. Turn that sumbitch sideways and stick it straight up your candy ass. It's rounded. Shut your mouth, jabroni. Oh man. Number 2. And this was a tough one. This was a tough one, but I think I pulled it off. The Nostalgia Critic. Why not? Channel Awesome. Because that's what he is. Awesome. Big shout out to the Nostalgia Critic and everybody at Channel Awesome. What's it? So yeah. And at the number 1, the number 1 person who I think would host this year's Oscars, some asshole by the name of Tom Dog. Me? Oh, I would be more than happy to host the Oscars. I would. Come on, it'd be awesome. Nobody knows who I am, and maybe I'll get a chuckle or two and everything like that. Maybe I'll throw in some one-liners that only the old people would understand. Only that the old people would understand, because these jokes were from relics of the old. But anyways, that was your top 5. Top 5. Top 5. Let Tom Dog host the Oscars live. Doing the top 5. Come on, man. That would be awesome. That would really be awesome. But you know what's not awesome? Me calling it a night. Yeah, it's that time. So long, farewell, I fade to saying goodbye. It's time for me to go and say goodnight. Anyways, I'll be back here again next week with another fun episode of Channel X. You can check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Twitter at TomDog247. And if you happen to miss any of tonight's episode, which I highly doubt that you all did, you can check it out immediately after I turn off the camera. You can check them out. Thumbs up the video if you like it. It would really help me out. Also, ringy dingy that bell to stay notified. But comment down below today's topic. For the comment section. What could be a good one? What game do you think what game besides Fortnite, because we already know it's going to be on their website, but what game do you think is going to do well with the Epic Game Store in competition with Steam? And it's kind of like a two-part question. What game besides Fortnite we see them do good on their site on the Epic Game Store to compete with Steam, and the other question, the other part of the question, do you think Steam could be do you think Steam will be the top gaming PC service than, or will you see Epic Games overthrow them? So yeah, so that's a two-part question. If what game would you like to see on the Epic Games Store that can be in good competition with Steam, and do you see Epic Games overthrowing Steam as far as sales goes? So those are the two questions, and again, ringy dingy that bell to stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next, and more importantly, more than anything in the world, and I love you guys for it because you're that awesome. That's subscribe, and that's face hug that subscribe button. We will see you again here next week. Same Tom Dog time, same Tom Dog channel X. And till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace.